awesome and fastest level 3 entry game in its whole history.
It's kind of an out-of-the-way place to start. We'll be exploring, I guess, the southwest early, which is the part usually see this early in the
game. See immediately dropped off on a screen with blue Octoroks. They're trying to kill one, get their first kill. Both of them get the bomb drop off of it as well. Thirwolf just a little bit quicker than Redbird.
That's gonna help a lot too with the early exploration.
And because he loves us and wants us to never know exactly how much health he has, Thirwolf has gone with, it looks like, the light blue or gray health option tonight.
When Thirwolf finds the Wrath as the armless item, we'll see if that is being used or not.
Well, we are one step closer to a difficult speed with what tends to be one of the more useless items, the free armless item being around. See here, Thirwolf heading out of this southwest corner. There's that wire down there, hoping you never have to come back there ever again. He now knows he's going to retry and get that bomb back even. I want that 30 seconds back, but we can't do it.
If you get that stuff out of the way early, just because there's only two things down there, and you know, if you find something useful, it's good to know about it, but it's really out of the way. And we've got very small money for the small secret. They're not picked up 3 rupees. Alright, we got some garbage hints, but maybe we've got better voice now. Speed Gaming folks made some changes, and I think it's going to sound better now, so let me know in chat if you can hear us. Excellent. Alright, Liquid Husband's still getting a couple things sorted out, but in the meantime, we've got the recorder on the coast, finding all the progression items in places like nothing really useful, unfortunately. You sound like a very convincing robot. That's the best compliment I've been paid all day. Redbirdgrad going for the life refill. Probably not a bad idea. Thirwolf could use one too, although he's got the red ring. That power bracelet has not paid off so far, but it still could. Thirwolf with a heart container, so we don't have to deal with the beeping anymore. Thirwolf gets a much needed bomb drop, so a lot of overworld exploration going on right now, because they found a lot of things, but not a lot of what they're looking for, which is all the levels, and of course the bow and the silver arrows and the wand. Haven't seen any of that yet, so looking for all the items we actually need to win the game. Thirwolf gets the white sword item, which has been replaced by a 2-bomb upgrade. It actually looks like it was only 4 hearts to get that, which I believe is the minimum. Oh, and Thirwolf finds level 1. This could be real interesting because level 1 has 2 items in it. So assuming he can actually get those 2 items, and he gets an early Triforce. But there's 2 items in level 1. One's going to be inside a staircase, and one's going to be on the floor. So, assuming he can get some items, hopefully there'll be something interesting in there. Yeah, it's amazing Amphros pointed out in chat. We know that the book is one of the items in 1, which I actually missed when we were debugging the Discord issues, so maybe there will be one useful item in 1. You see Thirwolf dealing with one of the struggles of Swordless is that a lot of times if you want to defeat a bunch of enemies in a level and you only have the blue candle, you walk out, you walk in, you walk out, you walk in. And Thirwolf finds the ladder. That is super useful. Not always required to finish the game, but it usually is, and even when it's not required, it can speed things up a lot. So that's really good to see. Well, Thirwolf finds another level. The area around the lake and the waterfall is hopping. Yes, as Optimistic HSA points out in chat, that book is actually the book hint is super useful because Thirwolf knew he had the Triforce, he had the other item, time to get out of there and look for something better. And Thirwolf dealing with a really tough combat situation in this room. A lot of things that can do a lot of damage real quick, even though he has the red ring. As he clips across as he ladder clips across the moat there. Alright, here's the item in 4. Let's see what it is. The silver arrows. One of the required items to beat the game. And it actually becomes a very useful weapon in Swordless because it's one of the so-called repeatable sources of damage when you don't have a sword. But of course he needs the bow in order for that to be useful, so not quite there yet, but still something you love to see early. Redbirdgrad makes his way into level 1. He'll probably follow a similar path that Thirwolf. He'll see the Triforce early, and then he'll find the ladder and get out of there. Thirwolf leaves 4 without the Triforce. Hard to blame him given that that enemy set. Not the easiest thing to deal with the blue candle. Oh, Redbirdgrad does not have the book hint, so he may dig out the second item, and he may be very disappointed because occasionally the floor drop will drop in a place where you can't avoid picking it up. And the book is, you really do not want the book in Swordless because you're going to be using the wand a lot. And the fire from the book can do a lot of damage. So hopefully, as Max plus Pi points out, hopefully he doesn't get Y-booked by picking up the book accidentally. I know we saw one of the races earlier in the tournament where the book was blocking the exit to one of the rooms in 1 fortunately you didn't have to go that way to get everything out of one. And it's time for Name That Tune. Did anybody recognize what the whistle tune was? Speak up in chat. Yeah, the Superman theme. I actually can't hear the game audio, but when there are that many people who are guessing the same thing, they're usually right. Yeah, Redbirdgrad's looking pretty deep in level 1. And he sees the book, probably says a few choice words, and gets out of there. Alright, now Redbirdgrad's headed into 4, and Thirwolf finds level 6. Level 6, immediately he sees a bunch of enemies that are not so easy to deal with the blue candle. So we'll see what he decides to do here. Redbirdgrad in that tea room in 4 that was giving Thirwolf some trouble doesn't even try. He just clips across the bottom of the tea. Thirwolf does a nice candle clip through that Gibdo and the like. This level is super annoying. This is if you have the wand, all these enemies are easy to take care of, but with the without the wand, you don't really have a lot you can do anything with. Finds a staircase, and he finds the wand. Speak of the devil. That is huge. Redbird takes a death in level 4. Thirwolf immediately putting the wand to use. You can tell the difference. It's just like, before it's like, okay, be very careful. Now, with the wand, okay, let's blow everything up. This time, Redbirdgrad gets into that diamond staircase cleanly, and he finds the silver arrows. Thirwolf finds the Triforce in 6. And he's going to start moving through this seed a lot faster than he's got the wand. It's his first repeatable source of damage. And as we'll see later, unlike in vanilla or in sorted seeds, when the sword is the only weapon that can damage Ganon before he turns brown, in swordless seeds, the wand is the only item that can damage Ganon. So that is not only super useful but also required. And it looks like we may have Liquid Husband back on commentary.
Well, I know you said you were willing to help out tonight on one condition, and that it was that you were not left to solo commentary. And so I, in my infinite wisdom, decided to be unable to join you there for about 20 minutes. Sorry about that, Bombs, but I am back and rolling, and from the looks of things, Thirwolf has something that Redbird wants.
Yeah, I don't know if you were watching when your computer was giving you grief, but yeah, Thirwolf found the wand in level 6, so he's going to start rolling now.
What an interesting place to put it, as he has discovered level 3 up on Death Mountain. I got a feeling he will make pretty quick work of this. He's got way fewer hearts, but I know he does have the red ring, so there is that.
Yeah, and these two are both so good at combat that you're not going to see as many deaths as you'd see from a lot of players.
Yeah, I mean, 4 hearts with the red ring is the same as 16 hearts, which was you as a 100% runner of the game know is the most you can have. So it's like he's gotten every heart container in the game from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah, and I think if circumstances required, I don't think either of these two runners would hesitate to go into 9 with much less power than this, so we're doing good.
Oh, absolutely.
Thirwolf finds the red candle, which is super useful if you find it early, but not that interesting if you already have the wand.
Yeah, red candle is one of those interesting items where it is absolutely far and away super huge and important early on in the game. Thirwolf has the wand, so candle not super important at this time. It could still be useful, but it's nowhere near as important as it would have been, say, 15 minutes ago.
Well, he didn't even bother to pick it up, so I guess we're not going to find out if it's useful for him. Redbird.
Tell you what, Redbird would have loved to have had it in that room with those Lionels.
Yeah, but yeah, that was not a fun room. I was right before Thirwolf picked up the wand. I had been commenting there was a not quite the level of danger that you get with Lionels, but there were Gibdos, there were likes, the kind of enemies you'd love to have the wand to deal with. And then, lo and behold, he found the wand. I don't know if that counts as commentator's curse or not.
Blessing. We'll call it the blessing. Yeah, there's actually an interesting point brought up in chat by Amazing Amparos. Not that that's surprising. Having low hearts with the red ring is way better than having high hearts with no ring, because up in A you start with 3 hearts, but with the red ring it's 12 hearts. And every heart refills 4 HP instead of 1. So, all sorts of advantages to having that red ring, as Thirwolf picks up Triforce for level 3, and he's already halfway to having the Triforce of Wisdom complete.
Redbirdgrad leaves level 5, which is pretty unfortunate because the red ring's in level 5. If he had the red ring with the number of hearts he has, he'd be pretty much invincible.
Yeah, there would be absolutely no reason for him to worry about health the rest of the way, I would think. As soon as he sees Aqua Menace awaits, he's out on that hint.
I should say these recorder tunes are a lot of fun.
I'm glad everyone is able to tell me what it was, because I would have never been able to pick that out in a million years. So, Superman it is. We get that last hint, and we find that the item in 2 is nothing worth getting all worked up for.
Which is good to know, because digging for the item in 2 is not pleasant. And Redbirdgrad finds level 9.
He did find level 9. Level 2's item, not fun to dig in. Speaking of which, we are there now, and it's also nice to know that it's the heart container, so that when you see that heart container drop, you're not wondering, is that the dungeon item, or is that just the regular heart container that you would normally find in here?
Well, you can still wonder, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It's always the worst when you're in level 1 or 2 and you see that heart container drop down on the floor and you're like, is that my item?
Yeah, it's true. It's not really useful information. Expensive bomb upgrade, which he doesn't have enough money for, unfortunately, so we don't get to see how big it is.
We might see in a second, though, when Redbird gets there, because he has quite enough money to uncover that amount.
Yeah, he's pretty wealthy, so hopefully that'll be useful for him, and he's not going to be pleased when he sees that Triforce from Redbirdgrad.
Oh man, no. That is... Whew.
6 bombs, that was worth it.
Yeah, you want to make sure you're getting a lot. I want to say it's in the swordless, it's predisposed towards giving you more, but I can't speak with authority on that.
I don't know.
And the person who can is busy racing tonight, so.
Yeah, I had 2 bombs and a practice seed for a bomb upgrade. Although I can't remember if Redbirdgrad got the white sword. If Redbirdgrad got the white sword bomb upgrade, that may have only been 4.
Yeah, I think he had 9 bombs at one point earlier, so
okay,
maybe that's
so,
the situation.
Yeah, so he's got the white sword. So I guess it was only 4 bombs for that upgrade. Still, in swordless, you take what you can get.
Gets the 5 rupee off of the Landmola.
Yeah, I think he was trying to force a bomb there. His count may have been too high.
I did misspeak, in fact, as somebody in chat alleging that there is no bias towards extra bombs. I'm going to take their word for it.
So Redbirdgrad sees that Triforce room now. If he picks up the compass from this like here, then he will be slightly displeased.
He's got it now, and yep. The good thing is with the blue ones, especially being placed where they are in that room, they move so fast that they can hurt themselves.
Yeah, I mean, if he's got enough bombs, he could take care of that room.
Unfortunately, he's not going to have enough bombs, probably, because he doesn't know that the heart container is the item in this dungeon.
Yeah, I suspect you're gonna see him try to build up a count to try to get a bomb drop here.
Yeah, and really, right now, and it's looking like 2 plays are really separating the pack here. One, Thirwolf getting that item out of level 6, and then 2, knowing, and now Redbird now knows, but that's a little bit of time and resources wasted to find that heart container, and he's gone. He's out.
Yeah, Thirwolf finding the red ring in level 5 was also pretty critical because with as few hearts as he has, it's allowing him to take a lot more damage.
Yeah, I mean, that was super early in the run too, because I mean that was before we went full robot and noped out and returned.
And Thirwolf finds the any key in level 7.
Yeah, he did have a hint for that, so he knew what was coming, but doesn't make it any less sweet. So we're down to what? The bow and both boomerangs?
Yeah, I think that's all we haven't seen.
Let's hope for a double Nanner 9. Having to go back to 8 to get the bow.
Yeah, bow and 9 would be pretty unpleasant, actually.
Tell me about it. I mean, I have no room to complain. I won my first match, but we could have all gone home about 30 minutes earlier if the bow had been somewhere else. Tremendous bomb dropped by Redbird there, and unfortunately nothing to show for it because that was not the...
Yeah, didn't have a count and didn't get any lucky bombs. That's not pleasant. Oh, there's a bomb on the floor. Level 3 is a bomb-rich environment.
Yeah, bombs on the floor, and then all those... Look at all these red gorillas, man. That is just... potential bomb drops waiting to happen. Of course, you know, they're never there when you need them.
It's the stuff of nightmares if you don't like bananas. Thirwolf finds a Triforce in level 7.
Yeah, he is in danger of running away with this thing at this point. Every minute that goes by that Redbird does not go back to level 6, I'm not sure. I know he was there. I'm not sure if it was keys or ladder or what that caused him to leave, but it's critical.
Well, the combat on level 6 was no joke either. That's the kind of thing where if he got there early in the seed, he could be tempted to leave and then come back when he finds the wand.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, good luck with that.
I know that's a decision that's bitten me a couple times.
Yeah, and most of the time it's the right play. You have to know when to hold them or fold them, and sometimes knowing when to leave a dungeon is one of the most important skills you can have, especially in a swordless situation.
Yeah, and these two runners, I mean, their decision making is as good as anybody's, but no matter how good you are, you're not going to get it right every time.
No, and sometimes the right play isn't the best play. You can make the statistically correct play, and that doesn't mean it's going to work out for you.
Yeah, exactly. I know I've a couple of times I've done really long races based on some very questionable decision making.
We all have. But having said that, you know, nice recorder move there by Thirwolf, taking him to the same screen he was on. But we can say that about people, but then you'll notice the top runners of this game, especially in the randomizer, tend to make their own luck.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, yeah, you see, like, you know, Thirwolf has made his own luck a couple times in this.
Redbird finally getting to where the item is in level 3, so they'll at least have a red candle. Very useful for rooms with enemies like blue gorillas, where you're not going to get 5 hits with them on the blue candle, and 1 bomb doesn't kill them.
Yeah, now he's got a repeatable source of damage, which we had mentioned when Thirwolf saw the red candle. It wasn't that useful for him because he already had the wand, but that's actually a pretty good find for Redbirdgrad. With any luck, it'll let him get what he wants out of 6.
Yeah, really the best thing that could happen to Redbird right now is for him to decide, you know what, I'm running out of places I know of to go. I should go back to somewhere that I've been and go with that instead of trying to find a new dungeon and choosing to go back to 6 in that manner. Whether or not that'll happen remains to be seen, and wow, no bombs to be found. As Thirwolf picks up his Triforce in level 8, he is the wisest man in Hyrule, possessing the entirety of the Triforce of Wisdom. He's going to go back into level 8 though, because we know there's still an item to dig out of there. 2 for Thirwolf, as he did not get the power bracelet that Redbird did. If Bo is here, it's probably ball game either way. But if Bo is here, this is a tremendous disadvantage that Redbird seems unlikely to be able to overcome.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about level 9 being the great equalizer, but there may be too much ground to cover here.
I know judging it by the number of Triforces isn't the best way to go about it, but I mean, one runner has all 8, the other runner has 1.
And there's the bow.
Wow. Bow mode engaged. Thirwolf is going to be on his way to level 9 in the biggest of hurries. He has unlimited keys, 7 bombs, and 170 silver arrows.
And Redbirdgrad gets the Triforce out of 3. You have to keep in mind from Thirwolf's point of view, he doesn't know how far ahead he is.
Yeah, I mean, we have the luxury here of knowing what's going on, but Thirwolf could be thinking, alright, 46 minutes, the way this is gone, Redbird could have gotten into 9 before me.
Yeah, exactly, and that's when you feel like it's a jet seat, going into 9 is a terrifying feeling, because you don't know if, you just don't know where your opponent is.
And unfortunately, Redbird going to be buying all of these hints because he does not know where the wand is, so that would have been the best 20-something rupees he ever could have invested if it told him where to find it. All it did was tell him where not to find it.
Yeah, and Redbirdgrad, for his part, also doesn't know where Thirwolf is. I'm gonna guess Redbirdgrad knows he's behind, because, I mean, these two are so good, you always assume your opponent is having the best seat of his life, but, it's hard to know what's going through his head right now.
Well, Thirwolf has found Ganon.
Alright, this should get taken care of fairly quickly. Easy room. And he gets the stun lock.
Yeah. Fighting Ganon with the wand is just unfair. I gotta be honest.
It is, but the stun lock timing is a little different. So I never quite got used to it.
Well, I'm terrible at the stun lock with the sword, so it works out perfectly for me.
Nice. I finally figured out how to do it with the sword.
All that input lag I've got on emulator finally paying off.
Alright, Redbirdgrad finally gets that blasted Triforce out of 2. With the red candle, it was a lot easier.
Looks like at the very least Redbird has a plan of action he is trying to put into place. He's headed to level 5, which does have a useful item, although not so useful for him with his 11 hearts. Not, you know, you never don't pick up the red ring when you find it, but that's not what he's looking for, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be pretty much invincible, which is kind of funny if you look at Thirwolf with his 5 hearts. And Thirwolf finds the princess. Get out your GGs.
Wow. I don't have an official time up because I had to close all that, but 48:59 on Thirwolf's timer is rather spectacular for a swordless seed, easy or not, comparatively speaking. And
yeah, he's got enough. Oh, sorry.
I have to imagine Redbird is shaking his head thinking, what happened here? Either that or, well, obviously the wand was somewhere I didn't look.
Yeah, Thirwolf's got an SRL time of 49 flat. And Redbirdgrad says, lol, what? In the SRL chat.
That sounds about right. And we are joined here in the commentary booth by the victor tonight, Thirwolf. Wolf beats Bird. Congratulations on your victory.
I don't think that seed could have gone any better. I mean, early red ring, and then just ladder and everything, it all kind of worked out.
Yeah, I mean, for a while you guys were on a similar progression, but with you always having, each item a little bit before Redbird did. He did get the power bracelet when you didn't, which turned out to be completely useless. But then he left level 6 without finding an item, and has yet to return, which should probably tell you everything you need to know about how this is going for him.
Yeah, when I got that wand, I'm like, okay, this seems good. I actually have a weapon now, and just started knocking out everything as quickly as I could.
Well, it was funny because we had just been talking about how that enemy set in level 6 was a pain in the butt when you just had the blue candle. And we're just saying, oh, if he had the wand, this would be easy. And then, lo and behold, commentator's curse, commentator's blessing, I don't know. Redbirdgrad finding the Triforce out of 5. His pace is picking up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, now that he has a repeatable item with the red candle, things have gone a little bit better for him between red candle, red ring, but still, the wand obviously level 9 used to be the great equalizer. Now that we're playing swordless, finding the wand has taken its place as Redbird now into level 6. Hopefully he will find that wand soon. I gotta think if he had gone to another dungeon and still not found it, we might have been looking at a forfeit. So I'm glad he picked this one.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to get the wand. Just some red landmos, and with the red candle, that should go down.
Yeah, it could give lesser players some trouble, but he'll have no problem with it. And once he picks up the wand, he should be able to fly through the rest of the seed because he pretty much knows where everything is.
Yeah. Now we say that, but because obviously Thirwolf made level 9 look like it was the most linear, simplistic dungeon in history. That was a really efficient 9, which I guess happens a lot when Ganon is basically straight up from start.
Yeah, I mean, I took that staircase, which just shifted me one column over and had up, so I'm like, okay, I'll just continue with what I was doing. And then the staircase in that right column took me over near Zelda, and pretty easy. I just realized what the 2 items in 9 are, and I find that kind of funny.
Double nanner.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Those are the only 2 we didn't see.
What is the likelihood that Redbird would go back to level 8 to find the bow? I get a feeling that could be a source of ultimate frustration now that I think about it.
I'd actually be pretty surprised if he didn't go back to 8. Going into 9 without the bow is a good play if you think the race is close, but obviously he already knows how far behind he is.
That is a good point, but he could also still be thinking the 2 items versus 1. So we'll see. For his sake, because I like the dude, I'm hoping he goes back to level 8 and digs it out, because going into 9 to find 1 boomerang and then find another one while you're looking for the bow might be just enough to set him off.
You mean the rest of the seed wasn't?
Oh, man. Well, he's not having a tremendous amount of luck in locating the item, or the Triforce, for that matter, here in level 6.
I mean, he's got to know either the wand or the bow is in here.
Yes, especially since Thirwolf finished in 49 minutes, he knows that they're not both in 9.
Exactly, a bit of metagaming there, because, there's no way Thirwolf finishes. There's no way anybody finishes in less than an hour 20 if the bow and the wand are both in 9.
I guess you could have a very friendly red candle, but I never thought about. All right, good. He's avoiding the Triforce.
Picks up a replacement key for his troubles. Seeing this enemy set again, it's even more impressive that Thirwolf managed to get the wand with just the blue candle and bombs.
Yeah, this does not look like a room you would want to hang out in.
I'm not even sure I'd want to do this room with the magical sword.
Yeah, just for sanity's sake, get out of there.
And we've got, this is the wand room, right? I don't even remember.
And with the shutter door, I don't think it can be.
Oh yeah, it's true.
The wand was basically 2 left from the entrance and 1 down, maybe. It was really close to the start.
Oh no.
Oh, so we're on a wild goose chase here. All right, there's the frustration setting in.
Setting fire to Aquamenus.
I guess that's the Zelda 1 equivalent to in Link to the Past Randomizer when they find that something terrible is on the pedestal.
Alright, looks like we're headed in a better direction this time. So Thirwolf, what'd you have for dinner tonight?
Oh, just some pizza. What
Lucky
about you
pizza.
guys?
Oh, I haven't eaten yet, so I had my daughter decided to nap until like 5:30 something tonight, so bedtime was a little bit later for her than usual, so I'm gonna chow down on something as soon as Redbird picks up this wand and gets moving.
5:30. That's no fun. Oh, burning up the wand.
Does he have the book?
He does not have the book. I have to say, I appreciate that he's finishing the seed, though.
Yeah, and to be honest, at this point, it's almost a relief when you're able to figure out what it is your opponent did. Okay, so now Redbird's thinking, oh, okay, Thirwolf went back to level 6, or somehow, or actually, my guess is he's probably thinking Thirwolf somehow got the red candle out of 3 before he went to 6, because there's no way you're going through all of that with just a blue candle and bombs. But
You need more than a blue candle and bombs to beat the game?
you do eventually. You don't have to get it until an hour in if you're Redbird, but
Well, you don't have to get it. You don't have to get until more than an hour in if 2 of the 3 required items for Ganon are 9.
Right?
Which is funny because I was one of the louder voices advocating for important items in 9 before I dropped out of the tournament.
I was 100% against it, but then was convinced to agree with it eventually.
That was not why I dropped out, of course.
You dropped out because you wanted to maintain your sanity, I presume?
Well, that and I was having similar sleep problems to your kid.
Well, she's a champ of a sleeper. She just decided today that she really wanted to sleep at a different time than normal. So, but props to her.
For those who aren't in the Zelda 1 Randomizer Discord, Liquid Husband and I have kids that are about 3 days apart.
Yeah, so you're getting ready to hit that big 1-year milestone. The Zeldads.
Yeah, next week. Yeah, Redbirdgrad taking out his frustration on the old man now. And it's amazing how quick those Gibdos go down. Putz12 is an interesting question in chat. If you forfeit, does it go 30 minutes after the finisher or after you forfeit?
The way I understand it is 30 minutes after the finisher. I kind of feel like it should be 30 minutes after the forfeit because it kind of leads you to gaming the system. Hopefully, if a race is more than 30 minutes, decided by more than 30 minutes, they set the margin of victory to 30 minutes. I'm not sure how far down margin of victory is in the seeding process anyway, though, so it may not matter.
Yeah, and I mean, Redbirdgrad's not going to... Actually, 48-12, you probably won't be 30 minutes behind.
Yeah, I'd say 16 minutes is as long as he doesn't go too crazy in 7 or 9 should be enough.
Yeah, although you know Redbirdgrad in 7.
He can't look away. It's like the shiniest object in the world. So Thirwolf, you are one of the first people to enter that 2-0 bracket for the next round. Soon to join you will be Random Effect, but certainly this has been a very volatile tournament thus far. So winning the first 2 races is nothing to sneeze at for anyone. We've seen some fantastic players go 0-2 and some liquid husbands go 1-0. So anything could happen. So always nice to get those wins in. Certainly you have an upper hand in the seeding process, if that's going to matter once we get to the bracket flags that no one but you have played anyway.
I think there's at least a handful of people that have played.
Random Effect says in chat, not necessarily. Random Effect is up against Liquid Husband this week. I believe you guys are playing on Friday?
Yeah, Friday night. It's funny, we got together to set a time and we both agreed to Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern and then realized what day Thursday was. And the fact that we both have lives. So we decided Friday might be a better time.
Wait, you guys have to celebrate that? I'm running the randomizer race tomorrow night. Unless they decided to do mirrored Overworld or something.
We have... my wife and I have a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's tradition that does not involve me having to exert much effort to get dressed or look nice or do anything fancy whatsoever.
Our Valentine's Day tradition is not to pay a lot of attention to it.
Ours was too, until I realized you could order Giordano's deep dish pizza from Chicago online.
That sounds delicious.
It is. We're mixing up a little bit with something different this year, but same concept. But it had a 2 pizza minimum order, so our anniversary is just a few weeks away. So it was like, all right, there's Valentine's Day and our anniversary figured out, done.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, we make a little bigger deal out of the anniversary. Redbirdgrad plowing through level 4. He found the compass, so he's making a beeline for the Triforce. Alright, Triforce out of 4. Just have to go into the infamous level 7. And he's at item go mode, so not a lot of digging in there.
I will say I was not unpleased to find the magic key.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. That could be really useful in 9. I forgot the magic key was in there.
Yeah. And I believe Redbird got that hint as well, so he knows it's there, and with only one key, it certainly would not be the worst thing in the world for him to find. He now, through the powers of deduction, because both of you had to more or less 100% the seed in terms of items, knows that level 9 has the dreaded double nanner.
Well, the double nanner in 9 is not dreaded if you know that that's what it is.
Yeah,
Then
that's
you
fair
just don't
point.
dig for items.
If you're going in there looking for something, though, not what you want to see.
When it eats the double nanner, that's a real problem.
I'm pretty sure he's gone the wrong direction to find the any key. If I remember Thirwolf, wasn't it like just a couple of rooms to the right? It was down in the jaw.
I couldn't actually get to the jaw from this upper part of it. It's like 3 rooms up and 3 rooms to the right. And you can't just bomb to the jaw.
Okay, never mind. I just remembered it being to the right somewhere. Is it... Wait a second, is he going to be bait blocked here?
I was wondering if bait block was a thing, but I just didn't bomb the walls because I bought the bait earlier.
I mean, Redbirdgrad has quite a history with level 7, so we'll see how this goes for him.
Ooh. He has not, as of yet, found a way around the bait block.
There may not be one. Maybe going out to find, or maybe digging other areas on level 7.
I think his only chance now is to go right from start and bomb right and hope there's a passage stair somewhere.
Yep, we see him burning a key into a room that... Oh, well, there's a bomb hole. And it gives us some potential push blocks. Does Dodongo have anything? This is where the any key is, though, isn't it?
Correct.
Oh, so we found it. I'll be pretty pleased about that. Hey, that's the first item in a while he hasn't attempted to destroy.
Yeah, he's genuinely happy to see that one as opposed to upset that he didn't get it sooner.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have seen this killable items flag in the new version of the randomizer. That's pretty wild.
That is something. Start forcing bomb drops off of hearts.
I did that by accident. Now we're just on a mad dash for the Triforce. Or the compass, which will tell us where the Triforce is.
Now, did he take that transport staircase?
No, he did not.
I'm sure he'll take it after he checks the other rooms. That's his only hope of getting north at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just checking to see if we had seen where it went.
Map, unfortunately, not really useful with vanilla dungeons.
I rather enjoy having it, but yes, I mean, in theory, it doesn't have a use.
Yeah, I like it too, but I'm a bit of a scrub, so. I keep thinking, oh, I must have turned the game audio off, but then I remember the Redbirdgrad's probably listening to 80s music rather than his game audio.
He is jamming out to I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston right now, no doubt about it.
Are you watching his stream, or is that a guess?
That's a guess.
And we're out of bombs. And Redbirdgrad forfeits from the race.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's had
Unfortunately,
enough.
not a whole lot you can do there.
Yeah, I can't say I blame him.
I'd say Redbird's probably a little hungry right now. He could use some beef.
Yeah, let's see if he keeps playing. Looks like he might be. He needs beef and bombs. I'm going to see if he wants to do an interview. Let's get him in here.
Well, there we are. Joined by Redbirdgrad. Redbird, things just didn't go right tonight. There's not a whole lot of other ways we can put it. Things just did not go right for you.
Oh, it's all good. I had a great time. It was a it was a weird seed because I feel like I found all the things that I needed to find. In all the rooms, the key rooms, I just was out of resources every time I found them.
Yeah, you ran out of bombs a couple times. You were running low on keys a while, and that was just a lot of bad luck.
Oh, luck has very, very little to do with this result. I put myself in bad situations resource-wise, so it's not like, the game did something to me wrong. You know what I mean? I played okay, but I put myself in some bad situations, and that's the reason for the outcome. Luck was no part in it whatsoever.
I will say that I had probably a perfect game as far as bombs are dropping like candy on 3 and 6 is just crazy.
Yeah, I don't know when I went into 6 because I was in that single block room and saw it, and I had one bomb at the time. I had blue candle and one bomb and no other resources. And I'm like, well, if I get extremely fortunate, I can do this. Otherwise, I can save the bomb for something in the overworld and force. And hadn't found a bomb shop yet because I hadn't found Vanilla 1. So that was my decision point there. Looking back on it, once I got the money and resources, I should have gone straight back to 6 because I knew the room I needed to clear. So like I said, there was a lot of things that I did wrong. So it wasn't like bombs weren't dropping for me and they were for you or anything. I mean, you just you do what you do, Thirwolf, and GG's, man. You're a heck of an opponent.
So
thanks, Redbird.
we've all been interested in trying to find out whether or not you can get around the bait block here in level 7. It looks like you found an extremely difficult and convoluted way to get there, but unfortunately for you, Thirwolf, your opponent just gave the hungry Wizrobe what he was looking for and picked up his Triforce.
Yeah, I saw that guy when I kind of wandered into 7 early in the seed, and I'm like, maybe I'll just buy bait at some point. And yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, never a bad idea if you got the money for it.
Yeah, so there's a stair on the right side. You had to bomb right through the blue Wizrobe room at the bottom, Thirwolf. I don't know if you saw that room.
Yeah, I was watching.
Oh,
that
okay.
was the only way to the right, too.
Yeah, that was the only way through. So you had to bomb through that and then take the stair and then go north. It's crazy. But I'm about to go do what 9 usually does to Redbirdgrad here in a sec.
Well, the 7 was no picnic either for you.
Forget where my whistle's at. I'm like trying to think and talk at the same time, and that usually does not work out. Yeah, see? That's what happens.
Did you get the Armos item sub 3 minutes, Redbird?
Of course, man. That Armos raft that was awesome for us.
That was a perfect raft.
Hey, you could go pick up that bomb upgrade on the raft spot now if you'd wanted, probably.
Yeah, I probably should, right? I mean, I got, 24 hearts or something?
Yeah, never a bad idea to get that bomb upgrade.
I think I ended with 5 hearts.
Yeah, we were talking earlier that you found the red ring very early, which turned out to be pretty fortunate given how few hearts you found.
You just had to walk through an NSU with like 50 million blue Lionels and bomb a wall. It's fine.
Oh yeah, no big deal. And I mean, getting Redbirdgrad had the red candle when he went into 6 to get the wand. You also managed to pick up the wand with just the blue candle and some bombs, which was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I
Talk me
found a
through
bomb
this guy,
shop.
please.
Find Ganon, beat him, then rescue Zelda.
Right.
Find both items along the way.
Both bananas required.
I just say, just do what you do, man. Just do what you do.
No, do not tell me to do what I do. That's not the thing to
Take
do
the
what
path
you do.
I took, Redbird.
You do
That
what you
is a
do
good
in
idea.
9.
Is it the Werewood Thirwolf bomb from Outlands again?
That was classic.
That's why
I
I
think I
wonder why
took the path.
That's why I wonder why the boomstick isn't more popular. Get through 9 so quick with that thing.
This all looks so familiar. One tile over.
Yeah, didn't we just see this like 30 seconds ago?
More like 30 minutes ago.
That too.
Oh, hey,
Down
I
or
bet,
right? Which one?
I bet you hear him something. I bet you hear something here.
Yo, perfect stun lock during an interview. I mean, what else is going right here?
Well, that's a spoiler because we haven't seen.
Oh, my bad. I got bopped around a little bit.
Yeah, you get bopped around by Ganon? I don't think so. For those who haven't seen it, Redbirdgrad wrote a very thorough tutorial on how to fight Ganon in just about every room he can be in Randomizer.
Yep,
Yeah,
and that includes.
He's
the
very
shiny room without the
misunderstood.
letter.
He's pretty
Yeah.
easy once you learn what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and it's so funny after watching you and a couple others, fight him. Now, when I watch someone that doesn't do the go up immediately, stab, then go down, and fight him in the middle and to the side until you get the stun lock. Like when I see someone do it some other way, it's like it like personally offends me at this point.
Well, you watch people do that in vanilla, and it looks when the top level runners do it, it looks so easy. It takes practice to get it right.
Yeah.
And you get into some really
Right.
crazy situations in Randomizer. Like if Ganon's in a Chevron room, that's no picnic.
Yeah, no, totally agreed.
Still easy.
Yeah, I knew Redbird was going to, but I have to agree with Redbird about the Ganon being, severely misunderstood. But as long as it continues to work to my favor and my opponents don't understand how to fight Ganon, I'm not going to complain too much.
Too bad you're not playing me in this tournament because I still don't understand how to fight Ganon.
I terrorized you once before already with that horrible Pinafore seed, where the ladder was in level 9 and the silvers were on the coast.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Okay, now I can officially say Thirwolf GG, dude.
I can hear the music playing on the game in the background, so I know you found Zelda.
Yeah,
Yes,
GG
but-
both of you.
Wasn't
You
too
took
bad
basically
here.
the same path I did in 9 too, Redbird. GG.
Oh yeah, well, heck, something went right finally.
Yeah, that 9 was pretty clean. It was not the kind of 9 that we're used to seeing in these.
Well, you can stop right there. Thanks a lot.
Well, not even for you. I mean, you
I
compared to
love
how
you
I
too,
play.
dude.
Compared to how I play 9, you make it look easy.
Well, I just want to say I had a lot of fun. Thirwolf's a beast. I mean, even if I would have found the wand there, it sounds like he was flying. The time he put up 2 on there, it just I looked over and kind of shook my head. I was just like, oh my god, because I don't think even a wand could have helped me here. So well played, man. Like you smoke it.
Thanks, Redbird. And you are a hell of a competitor. It just kind of worked out. Wand is just so important in this flag set that it just speeds everything up so much when you get it.
Yeah, the cool thing is, like, I'm going to take something away from this match too, because like what I'm kicking myself about it, and the whole thing is like not how you did or anything like that. Like, I knew that room existed, and I let it go after I got the resources back. Like, going into the room without the resources is one thing that happens to everybody, but once you have those resources, you've got to go back to a known room like that. So I'm kind of kicking myself for that, but live and learn. I mean, we're round 2, and this one, it's going to set us up for seeding and stuff like that, but the brackets are where you got to put it in action. So we'll hopefully learn from this and move forward.
I'll see you in the brackets.
Heck yeah, man. Let's rematch for sure.
That'll be hype. Those bracket flags are pretty interesting.
If you are not watching Thirwolf streams, he streams them every once in a while. Man, and he basically puts up times better than I do in the Swiss and the bracket flags, but them bracket flags are nuts, man.
Yeah, I'm convinced that the seeding is going to have no bearing whatsoever on the outcome of the bracket stage, because it's not that there's that many things that are different, but the things that are different, holy cow, it is going to be a whole new world for some of us, quite literally.
Yeah, the bracket flags heavily favor people who are very experienced at Randomizer. The Swiss flags were a nice introduction to Swordless, which was great to see because we're seeing a lot of people who've never run Swordless before.
Yeah, the whole community kind of just embraced it. Like you thought at the very beginning when they were announced, people would be scared of it, and we talked about it last week, and we're talking about it this week too. I mean, everybody's just embracing it, asking questions, and getting better. Like average times. You're going to see between week 1 and week 4, the average times of this community is going to come way down, and it's fantastic to watch.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, especially for those of us who get the pleasure of commentating.
Yeah, this is actually my first Swordless, first match in the Swordless tournament to do commentary for. I was very pleased that my schedule and everything lined up to where there could be this one, the quote-unquote game of the week. Although that's not to say anything about the one that's coming up in about 25 minutes between Shaddy and Antlers right here on Speed Gaming 3. Talk about a doubleheader. Another fantastic matchup on the way right after this one. Yeah,
and dude, those guys are out for blood. They're real good friends, and they've been trash talking each other all week. If you're not sticking around for that one, something's wrong with you, because that's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, that one's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, both of those guys. I think both of them went. Did both of them go undefeated in the Swiss stage at the last tournament?
I don't know, Thirwolf, you remember that?
Oh, I wasn't in that tournament, so I paid no attention.
Yeah, I say Thurl
That's true,
wouldn't
that's true.
have the answer to that question.
I know
probably.
Shaddy did.
And I know
No,
I know-
Antlers did. Yeah, they both did. They were both.
I say
playing.
I contributed to Shaddy's, and I think you contributed to Antlers.
Yeah, I know I tracked a couple of them, and they were both wrecking everybody.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that one. I mean, Shaddy's just an all-around tremendous randomizer player, and Antlers is the kind of guy who likes to play those weird things like low percent and try damageless stuff and all that kind of mess. So all these sorts of challenge sets are always fun to see those kind of guys play.
The man after my own heart.
The completest Redbirdgrad. We had to come up with whole new categories just so you'd have something to do.
Keep coming up with them because I'm bored.
Manila's got you down that hard already?
Yeah, how about that sub 30?
Hey, it's on the way. Like, we switched to console. I'm on EMU right now tonight, emulator, because I'm going to do the rest of the tournament on that. But yeah, that switch over to console is a huge deal, guys. So it's going to happen. I'm excited. I haven't been as excited like running vanilla in so long, and Monday night got me excited for sure.
Yeah, it is. I told Redbirdgrad a couple weeks ago. I was like, as soon as you switch to console, you're going to be sub 30. And he laughed at me.
Well, I mean, there's a minute 14 away. That's a long time in this game.
Not when you're dealing with input lag.
Well, let's get the spotlight back on Thirwolf. GG's again. I'm going to take off. Thanks, guys, for the commentary on this and restream speed gaming and all that stuff. So much appreciated, guys, and appreciate you taking your time out of your night. Thirwolf, GG's.
GG's Redbird, and thanks again for the commentary, tracking, restream, all that fun business.
Yeah, it was a bit sketchy at first. If you guys go back and watch the restream, you might hear a bit of silence in the beginning. Discord was being Discord, but I'm glad that props to our restreamer for getting everything situated and resolved. Huge ups to him and everyone else at Speed Gaming, especially the folks here on Speed Gaming 3, my favorite restream channel for the Zelda 1 Randomizer All Boards No Swords tournament. I don't even, there might be a brief intermission here, I guess, but if I were you, anyone out there in chat, there is no reason to go anywhere else. If you like the Zelda 1 Randomizer, you're enjoying this swordless tournament, you've got another tremendous match coming up in about 20 minutes right here on this channel between Antlers and Shaddy. I say go nowhere. Maybe get a sandwich or something.
Yeah, and as HN points out in chat, SG1's also got Fred and Eat My Steel running tonight too, so that should be pretty exciting.
Yeah, that one's going to be great too, but I figure Speed Gaming 1 doesn't need too much advertising here on Speed Gaming 3. But yes, Eat My Steel, who is insistent upon his inability to compete in this tournament versus Fred Coughlin. It's going to be a good race. Don't listen to the runner. That's always great advice. But throw up multiple screens. Go back and forth, however you want to do it. Just know that there is no shortage of action in the Zelda 1 Randomizer All Boards No Swords tournament this evening. And I think there's a little bit tomorrow night as well. A couple of folks that are not as obligated for Valentine's Day, I guess. And then Friday night is going to be another packed night, so just stay tuned for all that. I can throw up the schedule here in a second or something, and everybody can check it out, because there are, 40-something people in this tournament, and we are all losing our minds in this together. You just get to watch and enjoy.
Yeah, and Liquid Husband's not going to tell you this. Yeah, Friday night's hype. There's 3 races at 10 o'clock. HN and Ice Blue, Random Effect, and Liquid Husband. That's going to be the one he won't tell you about. And then Zarnax and Dr. J PhD.
I would like to put out, we were the first ones to schedule at that time. So all the pretenders, AGN and Zarnax and Dr. J and everybody else, they, just wanted to be more like us, but I can totally understand why. No, but yeah, that race is happening tomorrow, Friday night, I should say. I just want to get it over with, apparently.
Yeah, I may have to get on restream duty. All right, so I think that about wraps it up for this one.
I'd say so. All in all, fantastic performance by Thirwolf. Thirwolf played a little bit better than average tonight, and Redbird played quite a bit less than average tonight, and it all added up to a bit of a landslide. Disappointing to see, obviously, because we wanted to see a competitive race between these two, but like Thirwolf said, I'll see you in the brackets, right? That's what he said to Redbird, and I would not doubt it in the slightest. So, Can't Find Bombs, do you have anything else to say other than I'm hungry and want to go to bed?
Well, you're hungry and you want to go to bed. I just want to go to bed. Yeah, I was expecting a close race tonight, but some nights the randomizer just doesn't cooperate. But yeah, GD to both players. Thanks to Speed Gaming 3 for streaming this. Thanks to Zoas19 for tracking. Thanks a lot to Liquid Husband for being the guiding person on commentary. I'm a little new at this, so I'm glad to have...
I kind of threw you to the Thirwolves there on accident there for a while now.
Yeah, I'm glad to have one of the best voices in the game as my co-commentator. Helps a lot.
Well, you're going to make me blush. Good thing I'm not on camera here. But thank you, as always, to Can't Find Bombs, my fellow Zeldad and good friend, and a fellow decidedly average to above average Zelda runner. I appreciate you hanging out with me on commentary tonight. And thank you especially, though, to everyone out there in chat for keeping this race hype, keeping the comments going, and just helping everyone to have an enjoyable time. Like I said, don't go anywhere if you want to see more Zelda 1 Randomizer Tournament action. It's coming up in about 15 minutes, Antlers and Shaddy, here on Speed Gaming 3. Fred Coughlin, or F. Coughlin if you're going by Twitch names, Fred Coughlin, and Eat My Steel on Speed Gaming 1. It's everywhere you want to look, you're going to find it. So one last time for Can't Find Bombs and our Restream crew, XOAS19, the tracker. This is Liquid Husband saying thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you again very, very soon. I mean like 15 minutes soon. Thanks a lot, everybody.